Hi everyone, and welcome to Bluebeam Revu. My name is Ari, and I'm a Bluebeam certified instructor with Digital Drafting Systems. Today, we're going to learn how to manage our autocomplete entries. We can manage our autocomplete entries for subjects, labels, and search terms by going to the Review dropdown on the upper left side and then selecting Preferences. Here, we can then go to the General tab on the left side and then Spelling on the top right. Before we go to our Manage section for autocomplete, which of course is turned on by default when you install the program, let's look at the Custom Words section. This is where we can help Revu's limited dictionary and enhance it a bit. There are some words that are not quite in that dictionary, such as the plural of submittals and even callout, oddly enough. If you see a red squiggly line underneath a word, you can right-click on it and add it to your dictionary, and it's going to come right here to the Custom Words section. Another option you have is to scroll down right here and click on the plus sign. And you can essentially add words here. And if you wanted to, you could even remove words here with the X. All you have to do is select one, and then the X is now available. Now let's scroll back up. Let's select Manage, and let's see all the different categories that we have here. These categories can show us different kinds of data that we've input in the past. Now, if a document does not have any data for an author, or you've never changed the author before, then you'll see that this list here is empty for me. If I go to email, for example, it's the same case as well. However, once we get to label, for example, we're going to see that I have a lot of different data here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if there's any duplicates that I don't want to keep. For example, I do have this carpet one right here. I can get rid of carpet 3 if I need to. This one could have been an accident, or I was trying to have multiple carpets. Let's say this was an accident. I can then select this X right here. And now when I type the letter C, I'll have less choices, which is overall a very good thing in the future because I don't want to have hundreds of choices. Instead, I could just have 10 of the things that I'm actually trying to use and reuse over and over again. Then we can keep going and see that I have some others here. Most of these are spelled correctly. Everything here looks pretty decent. So I'm not going to really be deleting anything else. Let's go to the next category, search. And this one also will take every single word that you've ever searched for in our search panel here on the right side with the magnifying glass. And that'll help a lot. So here's a good example of the word storage. I don't want to search for it lowercase. I don't want to reuse it as lowercase. So I'm just going to get rid of the lowercase version. Then sheetrock should be one word. So I'm also going to delete the 2-word version of sheetrock, etc., etc. And you can come here and start to manage your autocomplete entries to really keep them all clean. Then we have the subject one. This is the one that's the most common one that we use to categorize our markups, both for markups and measurements. And here you can see all different kinds of subjects that I've used in the last few years. And you can essentially clean them up whenever you need to. You can also add words to your autocomplete list by clicking on the plus sign right here. And then when you select a word here, such as elevator, you can see that there's a little gear wheel right here. Once we click on this, it's essentially just a rename button. It's like the modify button that we've seen before, and we can just give this a different name and fix up this autocomplete entry if we needed to, instead of completely deleting it or remaking a new one. Then, if we need to, we can take all of our autocomplete entries and export them. And when we export them, their file type will be an XML one, which is compatible with Excel. And of course, we can export them. So we just have to make sure that the formatting is the same when we import them, whether it's exported from Revu and then imported back into another version of Revu, or we can mimic the exporting formatting by checking how the export looks and then mimicking that with our own autocomplete entries. And of course, if we really needed to, we can start from scratch and clear them all. That way, we can really build a proper list and make sure that everything is all squared away. And that's essentially how autocomplete works and how we can manage our autocomplete entries. Thanks very much for watching our tutorial on managing our autocomplete entries in Bluebeam Revu. Once again, my name is Ari and I'm with Digital Drafting Systems. Hope you have a great rest of your day.